Hey everybody, Jocksters89 here. So, I'm going to talk about the new Nintendo Switch. So, Nintendo Switch is not going to be using Pascal architecture for their GPU. They're using Maxwell, which is an earlier generation, so a 20 nanometer chip instead of a 14. What? Nintendo, come on, what are you doing? I don't understand why they want to be awesome and have third-party support and all that. That's really cool. But if you're going to be choking the third-party support that you're trying to, boast and things like that, why in the hell are you doing this? It makes it that much harder for people who making games for Xbox and PS4 and the PS4 Pro and stuff like that. Why are you doing this to where the people who are making these games, essentially they're going to be like, well, you know what? Unless you guys sell a shit ton of these things, we're not going to make any games for it, because why would you? You're going to have to go back through. You're going to have to make this thing run smoothly, 60 frames per second, especially if you're playing games like Dark Souls 3 and things like that. I know that they've already come through saying that, they've had enough. They've already done testing and it's an acceptable level. But come on. So Dark Souls 3, is that going to be the only game that we, get to play on this thing? That's actually worth a damn. That's the only third-party game. I mean, come on, Nintendo. This is getting a little ridiculous. I mean, the little tablet that they have has a 720p screen. So Maxwell would handle that. But if you're trying to upscale to 1080p when you plug it into the TV, I just don't see it. I just don't see the games, how they can make these games even compete with the Xbox or the PS4. Another thing is too, it only has 1 teraflop of processing power. The Xbox One S has a 1.4 teraflop. The PS4 has 4 teraflop, and they're hoping that the new Xbox Scorpio has around the same, maybe around 6 teraflops processing power for the graphics card. Now, what the hell, Nintendo? Not only are they're lowering the processing power in the GPU, they are giving it older architecture, the 20 nanometer. That is insane. I think they're going the wrong way. I think they're coming out with this thing. I think it's a good time because PS4 Pro just came out and Xbox kind of did a little step up from their Xbox One S. Their Xbox One with the S. Pretty much the same exact machine. It can just do 4K. Not native 4K, it can upscale 4K, but it has a Blu-ray 4K player, which is nice. But yeah, it feels like Nintendo is they have the opportunity to come in with this thing, just hit the ground running, and they're just not doing it. I think now would be the time to come in with something that would blow the Xbox One S away, maybe be about the same as the PS4 Pro. But yeah, with this 1 teraflop GPU and this outdated architecture, I don't see it happening. I don't see games running as smoothly. 30 frames per second, that makes a huge difference when you're playing something compared to 60 frames per second that some of the games and some of the things that the Xbox and PS4 are doing. I don't see it happening, guys. I don't see Nintendo Switch having as many third-party games that they're hoping for, just because it's going to take a lot more resources. It's going to take a lot more time on these developers making these games to come out with these games that's going to be able to work smoothly to where people are like, well, forget that game. It looks like shit. It doesn't play properly on my Switch. What do you do? Sorry, tough shit. I don't know, guys. That's kind of my rant. It looks like a cool machine. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be jumping in line or anything like that for this, just because the screen is really cool. The portable part of it's not a super turn on for me. I don't really care. Would have rather had them make a stronger machine is not as portable Or fuck, just don't even make it portable. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm thinking. I think Nintendo needs to, work on their Game Boy line and things like that. Make those a little bit more powerful, so it makes more sense to have something portable in that, in that aspect. But make a console that's going to be competitive. Because right now, I don't see this machine being as competitive as it could be if they would have just upped the processing power. Do new architecture for your GPU. Don't handcuff yourself, if I guess I could say that. But another thing I was thinking of. So when developers make these games for Nintendo Switch, they're now going to have to try to find a happy balance between frame rate, power consumption, and battery life now, because this thing is portable. So if you just, if you make this thing run bitchin' all the time, that battery life is going to be garbage. So now, Nintendo is just really, really kind of handcuffed, all the developers out there, because now they have to make the game run at a lower frame rate, or run at a high frame rate, but just shitty, god-awful graphics and things like that, and then now battery life. I just don't again, I don't see as many third-party games that we are hoping for. I think it's all going to be just the same, Zelda, Pokemon, Mario. It's going to be an enhanced version of Wii U that you can now take on an airplane and stuff like that. All right, guys, again, that was my rant. But yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna start uploading videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's kind of my schedule. I do have a 9-to-5 job, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please stay tuned, guys. There's gonna be more good stuff. I'm gonna start doing some gameplay. I already have some videos that are gameplay. I decided to start doing some reviews and things like that because that stuff intrigues me a lot. So I'm going to start doing reviews and rumors. But yeah, just stay tuned, guys. Definitely drop a like if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. Yeah, leave a comment. I will respond to your comments. And don't forget to subscribe. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
I'm in love with the cocoa. I got it for the